and we are live. Get my pumpkin looking all nice and cute. Just waiting for people to join us. I'm in love with this pumpkin. Just let us know if it's cross-posted. Yep, okay, well, we'll wait for a couple of people to join and then we'll get started. Okay, well, one person, welcome everybody. That's Jordan. Okay, people are joining now. I guess let's start. So happy Monday, everybody. I hope you've all had an amazing weekend. I've had a great weekend. I'm feeling really refreshed, full of energy, and I can't wait to get art and crafty with you. So good morning USA, good afternoon UK, and wherever you are watching from in the world, it's lovely to have you here with us. So my name's Leah and I'm part of the Would You Bend and Posh Talk team. Today is an education station, and that means it's a 20 to 30 minute video sort of showing you how to use our products. So today we're going to be looking at Posh Chalk pigments because we get a lot of questions about these pigments. What's the liquid that we use to mix them? How do you mix them? What are the range of colours like? So I want to talk about all the different colours that we've got, how they look when they're applied to different surfaces, and how you can actually mix colours to achieve really amazing results. So we've got this pumpkin, keeping it Halloween themed. We've primed this just using some white paint. And what I want to do is use a selection of the pigments in front of me to get a really lovely pumpkin orange colour. So I guess without further ado, we'll start. So I'm going to be mixing the pigments into this MDF board. This is part of a Would You Bend board, which I'm sure if you're new, you can find out more about Would You Bend on our page. But it doubles up as a palette. We love reusing things in our studio. So I'm going to be mixing the pigments into these circles so you can see how beautiful they are, how we mix them, and what kind of consistencies you can achieve. And then from there, we'll make a big batch and cover our lovely pumpkin, because I really want to show you guys how well the pigments cover different surfaces. So in front of me, I've got silver pigment, red magenta pigment, orange gold pigment, and I have to tell you something exciting about that, red carmine pigment, and copper pigment. And today, guys, we are doing a giveaway of our orange gold pigment. This is a first, we've never given this away before. So I'm going to be showing you the orange gold pigment. I'll undo it as well so you can see just how gorgeous this is. So if you want to win this orange gold pigment, you guys have to like, share and comment that you shared it, and we'll be announcing the winners on our Posh Chalk Creators and Artisans group. Now I'm really excited.
I'm putting it on the comments.
Okay, cool. So you'll see it in the comments, guys. So without further ado, I'm gonna get into this. So first, I'm gonna be taking my orange gold pigment here. So you'll notice that the pigments always come in a powdered form, and this is something that gives it a really good edge because it means you've got control over the consistency that you want. So if you want a wash, if you want a full coverage application, you're the master of that choice, I guess. So I'm gonna be using a little scooper, and I've also got my pigment infuser. Now this white liquid is what we use to turn the powder pigments into its liquid form here. And when we mix pigments, just for a bit more control, we like to use a pipette. Thank you very much, my love. So we like to use a pipette, and that just gives us a little bit more control over the pigment infuser because we don't want to go in everywhere, and it lets you have more control over the consistency as well. So taking my scoop into the orange gold pigment here, and I'm only taking a little bit because it really does go a long way. I'm popping this into the first of my palette holes. And you guys will see this tiny, tiny scoop will more than fill this surface. So I'm grabbing my pipette and I'm dipping it into my pigment infuser. Like so. And I'm gonna hold this really close to the camera so you can see how it transforms. So that'll be more than enough there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take just a small brush and really get that infuser mixed into my pigments. Now guys, I'm wanting quite a full coverage mix for my pumpkin. So depending on the ratio of infuser to pigments that you've got, it determines the consistency. So this is what the orange gold colour looks like, guys. Look at how beautiful and shiny that is. It's going to be like a traffic light when this is done. And the consistency of it is thick enough so that it's not falling off my brush at all. I can stick this onto any surface. It will stick, it will self-seal, and it will keep that beautiful, beautiful colour. So moving on, I'm then going to go in and take my pigment that's closest to me. I'm going to go in with some red Carmine. So again, guys, this is in a pigment form. You see it there. I'm taking a clean spatula just because I don't want to get any other unwanted pigments in there.
Sorry, could I have your
Like
there and fingers there? Perfect.
So again, I'm only taking a really tiny bit, popping it into my palette, grabbing my pigment infuser, and just a couple drops will do the trick. So I'm taking another clean brush and just getting that to mix together. Now you see here I've used more pigment infuser than I have pigment, so the consistency is a little bit more runny.
Just while you're mixing there, we have hello from Zainab saying hello, Halloween time. We have Monica saying ciao. We have Michelle saying bonjour de France. We have also Giada saying buongiorno.
Buongiorno a tutti, hola a todos, and hello and welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us today. If you've just joined, we are mixing pigments today. I'm going to be showing you how to get a huge range of colours using Posh Chalk metallic pigments. So now I'm going in with copper. Now we have a little hack here because rose gold is all in fashion now. So if you mix copper pigment with silver pigment, you will get an absolutely gorgeous rose gold. I'm obsessed. I'm trying to go for a rose gold kitchen. Do you guys like rose gold? So again, you can see just how quickly and easily this mixes. And like I say, guys, the pigment infuser is self-sealing, which means it's waterproof. So after I've finished with the mix, I'll let this to dry and it's not going anywhere. So you can see we've got orange gold, which is part of our giveaway today, guys. Remember to like, share and comment that you've shared it. Then we've got red Carmine, copper pigment. Now we're going to go for silver and red Magenta. So taking the silver pigment now, which is another one of my favourites.
If you like rose gold, it seems logical.
Yeah. So there is the silver pigment. Look at how shiny that is. Taking it in my scoop, putting it on my board. Again, pigment infuser. This is so easy, you guys. Really easy. And I'm taking another brush. And I'm just mixing that together. And look at how stunning and shiny those colours are. Like, that's it. I've not gone over it twice. I've not done any layers. I've not primed this board at all. And that's just how the pigments are sitting. So the last colour that we've got then is red Magenta, one of my favourites. It's got a beautiful warm orange undertone, very Halloween-y. There we go. So the difference between red Carmine and red Magenta, the red Carmine is a little bit more pink, whereas the red Magenta is a little bit more orange. And you'll notice the difference once I put my infuser on here. So, sorry, I'm going to hold it closer up.
Yeah.
Are you ready? You see how orange that is? It's gorgeous. It's got little flakes of gold in it. And I think for my pumpkin, I really want to take a mix of my orange gold and my red Magenta, mix it together and then cover my pumpkin. Because this gold for me is too gold, it's not orange enough. Whereas this is orange, but it's not as orange as it could be. So what I'm going to do is take these pigments, again, because it's in a powdered form, gives you more flexibility, mix it together, and then we'll apply it directly onto our pumpkin so you can see just how well these cover. So once again, guys, we've got red Magenta, silver, copper, red Carmine, and orange gold, which you can win the orange gold today with our giveaway if you like, share, and comment that you've shared it. So I'm going to put this actually over somewhere where you can see it, guys, because I want you to be able to see how gorgeous these colours look even
Yeah.
after they've dried.
Yeah, and if I may, I just want for a shot, I just want to put that there, that there,
Gotta get the TikToks, you guys.
that here. I don't mind if they don't have a top or not. There, and the copper.
There we go.
With the... Actually, can I have them all open? I think that will look nice.
Yeah, so we're just getting a really cool shot, guys. We were really lucky. So over the weekend, one of our TikTok videos went viral and we used a mix of pigments. Actually, we got that rose gold colour I was talking about and we stippled it quite thickly onto a surface. And what it did was give you like a hammered metal effect. It's beautiful. If you've not seen it, you guys check out our TikTok because it's gone massive. It's blown up.
We have Sandy saying good morning to all. We have Nancy saying hello.
Hi guys, thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so I'm taking my orange gold, I'm taking quite a bit now and you'll see how far this spreads. I'm popping it onto another Would You Ben Mouldings board. Now I do really like this orange gold colour. I want to keep a lot of that, but I just want to dull down some of that colour, which is why I'm going to be taking my red magenta, because it does have the gold colour in it, but a little bit more red to soften that shine. There we go. So I'm taking probably about half of the red magenta as what I did the orange gold. And there we go. And I'm actually just going to swirl these pigments around together using my little spatula scooper. You can see the difference in the pigments there and the colours. So I'm just going to rub them into one another like so. So I actually said to Solid Joe, I said, why don't we have such, you know, arguably we've got quite a small range of pigments, and she said it's because you can mix them and you get more flexibility with the main colours mixing them than you ever would with a whole range of colours, if you know what I mean. So this is why we're showing you today just what you can achieve by mixing a few simple pigments. So this is it. We've made a brand new pigment colour using red magenta and orange gold, and look at how easy that was just to mix together in its powder form. Now when I take my pigment infuser, guys, we'll hopefully see a colour that's not as shiny as the orange gold, not as subdued as the red magenta, but actually a perfect mix of both. Perfect for my pumpkin, nice and Halloweeny. So guys, there you go. And I just love watching it mix itself. It's so satisfying. So I'm taking quite a few pipettes because I've got a lot of powder on here, guys. But that's not a problem. It's like I say, I want a whole lot of coverage.
Sandy's saying these are beautiful. They are, guys, aren't they?
So I think that should be enough pigment infuser for the coverage that I'm after. Look at how it's moving on the board. It really is like liquid gold. And this is a great dupe for gold leaf effects. You know, if you don't want to spend the money on getting gold leaf, you don't want the faff, this is a great alternative, you guys. So now I'm going to take my Posh Chalk moulding brush. So this brush, it's got a pointed tip. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow me to get into all the grooves of my pumpkin and get some really good coverage on there. So what should I do? I think I'll mix it on there first with my spatula because I don't need too much product in my brush. Alright guys, I'll hold it up here. And you can see how the pigment thickens up the infuser. Before it was sort of sat there. And this is how you can kind of judge by eye what sort of consistency you want. So if I keep mixing this, what I'm going to get is almost like a whipped cream consistency. It's going to be really thick, really gloopy, and that's exactly what I want. You see that? Yeah. So I'm just going to keep mixing it because this is the consistency that I want. And be patient with it, guys. You know, if you're wanting it thick, it will sort of clump up a little bit, but you just got to be patient with it and keep stirring it into itself. And what you'll get is an absolutely gorgeous mix. Beautiful. And what I'm going to do, guys, as well, I'm going to hold up the board with the raw orange gold on it. So you can see actually how we've managed to dampen down that colour. So this is the orange gold at the bottom, mixed with the orange gold, well, orange gold and red magenta here on this bigger board. You see, it's not quite as yellow as this, it's more warm. See? Okay, so I'm really happy with how that's looking. I'm going to grab Mr. Pumpkin. I need name suggestions for my pumpkin, guys. Steve the pumpkin. So I'm taking my mouldings brush. And here we go. Just look at that gloopy consistency. That's perfect. And you guys, are you ready? Look at that coverage. You see, now this surface is quite slippy, hence why we've primed it. But all that means is that I can just stipple my pigment onto the surface here like so. And this is exactly the colour I wanted, a burnt orange. God.
Is that a name of a colour? Burnt orange.
Burnt orange, it's not burnt orange. No, this is orange gold.
Oh no, I'm thinking of, you know, like rose gold is a mix of colours. I don't know.
It may be. There we go. I'm actually going to go in with a flat brush, guys, just to get as much pigment on there as I can. There we go. So it really goes to show you guys, you know, we've got a range of colours. We've got violets, we've got blues, reds, golds, silvers. You can really get creative with the sort of amount of pigments that we've got, really, and create some pretty cool, wacky colours. There we go.
Would you like me to mix you some more?
Yes, please.
Yes, dearest.
I used 1 spoon of orange gold and half a spoon of red magenta.
Thank you. I'm gonna use this one. This is for the red magenta.
So guys, this is how it's looking so far.
This type of half spoon? Sorry.
Yeah. What do you guys think of Steve the pumpkin? So you can see how we primed him on this side, so he's white, versus the coverage on this side. How's that? So again, like I say, because we mix the pigment with the pigment infuser, this is going to seal, which means you can put it outside for Halloween. And this pumpkin, even though it's made of it's porcelain, it's actually got a hole in the back to put a candle in, so you can actually stick this outside. I think we should put it outside of our studio, little wood event studio. So Artemis is just mixing me some more. Don't forget, guys, that you can win this lovely orange gold colour that we've got here. So this is it in its raw form, mixed with red magenta at the top. We have achieved this colour on our pumpkin.
I'm just going to use your paintbrush.
No worries.
Actually, do you want to do this in front of
the camera? Yeah, I'll
Okay.
mix it in front of the camera and then we'll stick it straight on him.
Let me know if you need more of anything.
I will do. So guys, I'm only going to paint the front half of my pumpkin because that's all we've really got time for, and I don't want you guys to get bored. Here we go. Again, we're going for a really lovely full coverage piece, and this is holding its shape, it's that thick.
Let me know if you need more infuser.
Should be all right. So I'm really getting my bristles all into this. There we go. So you ready? That's more like it.
Ooh, I'm loving this.
How gorgeous is this? Now, I'm very aware that sometimes Halloween decorations can look a little bit tacky, but oh my goodness, this is very classy. I'd have this in my room.
Fanny's saying Delio, which means fantastic. Okay, that would be fantastico. Delio means perfect. Perfect.
Here we go. So look at that, guys. Look at that beautiful, beautiful coverage. This is the back and this is the front. Look at the difference that makes. Now you can apply this on furniture, on glass, on stone, on literally anything. This is porcelain, like I say. Just imagine what you can achieve with it by mixing the range of pigments that we've actually got here at Posh Chalk. So I think that'll be everything from me for this education station. I'm going to finish this lovely pumpkin off camera because I'm having too much fun. But I'll see you same place, same time on this channel, 2 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So take care, everybody. It's been lovely to see you. My name's been Lynn. So I'll see you all later. Goodbye.